Humans were nothing more than tools. Designed to be cheap, efficient, and easily reproducible, they were the perfect warriors for interstellar conflict. But ethical debates shifted the winds of power. An animal rights group, viewing the humans as sentient beings with rights, fought fiercely and won legislation at the Federation Council. The decree, once put into motion, was clear. Humans were to be abandoned, left on the reservation planet known as Earth, and forgotten about. As centuries passed, the once thriving human farms now lay dormant, their purpose forgotten by all but a few. Situated light years away from the nearest inhabited planet, Earth was tucked neatly out of the way. Its sole purpose was to contain the remnants of a species once created for war. Commander Talon, an avian species from the Orion cluster, was tasked with Earth's millennial check-in. Every 1,000 years, a quick overview was conducted to monitor the state of the human species, noting technological advancements and societal changes. Previous visits had shown various civilizations. From mighty empires with grand structures to nomadic tribes, humans had constantly adapted, reinvented, and progressed. But this time, something was different. As Talon's ship approached the solar system, his sensors detected an unexpected blip, a metallic object near the outer edges of the Sol system. An artificial satellite? He mused, surprised. The weak transmission it emitted was primitive but unmistakably technological. As he continued, his ship's console lit up again. Sensor readings of Earth were picking up elevated levels of radioactive elements in the atmosphere, a possible sign of nuclear conflict. Have they annihilated themselves? Talon thought. But another scan painted a different picture. Radio waves, strong and consistent, emanated from every corner of the blue planet. So, they're still alive then. Recording the data for the Federation's records, Talon maneuvered closer. What he hadn't expected was the flurry of activity that greeted him in high Earth orbit. Metal satellites encircled the planet, and a space station, compact but sophisticated, floated serenely among them. As he marveled at their progress and hastily compiled his report, an unexpected jolt rocked his ship. Alarm sirens blared as he struggled to understand the new threat. The external visual revealed small, agile spaceships surrounding him, their weapons systems, akin to disruptors, trained directly on his vessel. A voice, unmistakably human, crackled over his communication system. "Alien craft, identify yourself." Talon hesitated. This wasn't the scattered, primitive species the Federation had left behind. It was a united front, technologically advanced and apparently not too thrilled about unannounced visitors. His thoughts raced. Forgotten they might have been, but the humans of Earth had evolved, adapted, and were now demanding answers. And Commander Talon unwittingly had just become their guest. Forgotten by Design, Part 2. Commander Talon's ship, a Federation masterpiece of technology and design, now hung helplessly in Earth's orbit, ensnared by a fleet of smaller, nimble human crafts. The voice that crackled over the communication system had a tone that hinted at decades of command. But what startled Talon most was not the show of force. It was the fluency and clear intent in the voice. These humans knew exactly what they were doing. Before he could muster a response, he hastily assembled the incomplete report on his console. Transmitting it back to his superiors at the Galactic Federation was a gamble. The report, marked with urgent priority, shot through the vast expanses of space, en route to a commanding officer who was, undoubtedly, going to be less than pleased. His heart raced as he pondered his next move. Making direct contact was fraught with danger, and seeing him, a bird-like entity, would only exacerbate their fears. He vaguely remembered lessons on first contact protocols from his academy days. What was it about the mythologies and beliefs of contacted species? Drawing upon fragmented memories of past check-ins, Talon recalled stories of deities worshipped by humans. Perhaps posing as one might buy him some time, even favor. Well, it's not entirely false, he reasoned. In a way, I am here to observe them. As the Earth ships began to tow his vessel toward their space station, Talon steeled himself. Clearing his throat, he activated the communication system. "Humans of Earth," he began, using his most resonant, authoritative voice. "I bring a message from the Celestial Federation, Guardians of the Galaxy. I request an audience with your most esteemed leaders. Much has transpired that you must be made aware of." A few tense moments passed before another voice, deeper and more seasoned, responded. "You speak our language fluently. Interesting. We're bringing you into Station Helios. Prepare to be boarded and let's discuss." Talon exhaled, relief evident in his feathers. He had managed to pique their interest without revealing too much. The space station approached, a marvel of human engineering, gleaming with the reflected light of the sun. As his ship was guided into a docking bay, Talon couldn't help but marvel at the rapid advancements the humans had made. The last report showed them barely mastering the intricacies of steam power. Preparing himself for the encounter, he stood tall, uniform immaculate. He was about to meet the leaders of a species once designed for war, but now evident masters of their destiny. Whatever lay ahead, Commander Talon hoped that his guise as a celestial emissary would bridge the chasm of misunderstanding between them. He glanced one last time at his ship's console. The report's transmission was successful. The Federation would know of this encounter, but for now Talon was on his own, walking into the heart of humanity's domain. Forgotten by Design, Part 3. The metallic doors hissed open, revealing the sterile interior of the space station. As Talon stepped out, a group of humans awaited him. At the forefront stood a rugged man, his silver hair contrasting with the deep lines of a weathered face that hinted at intelligence forged from countless challenges. "Welcome to the Genesis Station," the Admiral said, extending a hand, a gesture Talon recognized from his briefings as a human sign of goodwill. Opting for theatricality, Talon ignored the extended hand. Instead, raising his arms to mimic the wingspan he lacked, he intoned in a deep voice, "Behold, I am the one you know as Thoth, the Celestial, the Keeper of Mysteries." Admiral Lansing's brow furrowed, but a spark of recognition gleamed in his eyes. "Thoth? The god of wisdom and the moon from ancient Egyptian lore?" "Indeed," Talon continued, trying to maintain his composure and the charade. "I have watched over humanity from the celestial realms, returning now in this pivotal moment." A murmur went through the gathered delegation. Lansing, however, looked skeptical, though not entirely dismissive. "Well, Thoth, I must admit your appearance does remind us of the ibis-headed deity from the myths. But why now? Why this sudden appearance?" Leveraging his knowledge, Talon replied, "Humanity stands at the brink of a new era. I have returned to guide, to witness, and perhaps to intervene." As the discussions progressed, Admiral Lansing guided Talon to a more private chamber. Screens adorned the walls, displaying images of Earth from various eras. Some showed ancient structures like the pyramids, while others displayed grainy footage of unidentified flying objects. Lansing pointed to a still of a saucer-like ship. "We've had our suspicions, encounters, sightings, even abductions. Are they all you're doing?" Talon hesitated, realizing he might have ventured too deep into his own deceit. "Not all, but some. The Galactic Federation has occasionally intervened, mostly to observe." "Galactic Federation?" Lansing leaned back, clearly intrigued. "So not just a lone god, but an entire federation. You've been watching us then?" "Observation missions," Talon clarified, his celestial facade wavering. "Periodic check-ins to monitor your progress, your evolution. The Federation never interfered directly, only observed." The Admiral frowned. "So the tales of abductions, experiments." "Unintentional consequences," Talon admitted. "Sometimes things went awry, but never with malevolent intent." "Your English is impeccable," Lansing remarked, a hint of amusement in his eyes. "Almost native. How?" Talon tilted his head slightly. "Before missions like this, we're given a neural download of Earth languages. Your English is among them. It aids in understanding transmissions and communications." Lansing seemed to process this. "You're not here just as a benevolent god. You have an agenda. What is it?" Talon sighed. The weight of deception was becoming burdensome. "To observe, to report. But now, with Earth's advancements, the dynamics might change." Admiral Lansing nodded slowly. "You've given us much to ponder, Thoth. Or is there another name you go by in this Galactic Federation of yours?" Talon looked taken aback, his avian eyes betraying his surprise. "How did you know? Did you really think," Lansing chuckled, "that posing as an ancient god would go unnoticed or unchallenged? We've dreamt of the stars, of beings from the great beyond, and while the myths have given us a foundation, our quest for knowledge has never wavered." Talon inclined his head, acknowledging the Admiral's astuteness. "So, what now?" Lansing's eyes twinkled. "Now, we talk. Truly talk. Humanity is ready to join the larger cosmos, and you, Commander, will be our first contact." As the two continued their conversation, it was evident that Earth's place in the galaxy was about to shift dramatically. The era of observation was over. The age of collaboration had dawned. Forgotten by Design, Part 4. The chamber's atmosphere was thick with anticipation. Admiral Lansing's eyes were locked onto Talon, demanding the truth, while the surrounding officers braced themselves for whatever revelation was to come. Talon exhaled deeply. "Earth's story isn't one of natural evolution, but of design, intention." Lansing's brow furrowed. "Explain." "Before the war with the Kriller," Talon began, "humans as you know them did not exist. A scientist in the Federation, Dr. Lyrian, took a keen interest in a primate species from one of our planets. He saw potential in them, potential that could be refined and enhanced." The room was silent, every ear tuned to Talon's words. Using advanced genetic manipulation, Dr. Lyrian elongated the primate's limbs, increased the size of its brain, and infused it with a cocktail of traits: aggression, empathy, intelligence, and insatiable curiosity. He crafted a being that was both a thinker and a warrior, a sentient weapon for the Federation to wield against the Kriller. The reactions were mixed. Some faces showed fascination, others disbelief, and a few outright denial. "You're implying," Lansing started, voice heavy with skepticism, "that we're lab experiments?" Talon nodded. Once Dr. Lyrian's creation was introduced to the battlefield, the tide of war shifted. The Kriller had never faced an adversary like the humans. You carried out objectives with unparalleled precision and commitment. The Federation would set a goal, and the human battalions executed it without need for further intervention. "So we were tools." Lansing's voice was cold. "Used and then discarded?" "In a manner of speaking," Talon admitted, hesitating slightly. "After the war, there was a dilemma. The humans, designed for a war that was now over, posed a quandary for the Federation. The decision was made to relocate all humans to Earth." A murmur swept the chamber. The weight of Talon's revelation was beginning to sink in. "Earth is a reservation planet," Talon added softly. "It's off-limits to all in the Federation save for a select few watchers, like me." The room erupted in hushed conversations. Whispers of anger, disbelief, and shock filled the chamber. Lansing, after a moment of reflection, took charge. "This changes everything. Our very origin, our history, it's all been orchestrated." Talon nodded solemnly. "But it also underscores the marvel that is humanity. Despite your origins, you've developed cultures, societies, arts, sciences. You've grown beyond the confines of your design." The woman with the high-ranking uniform stood up. "We may have begun as creations of war, but look at us now. Our heritage doesn't define us. Our choices do." Lansing nodded. "And our choice is clear. We will face the Galactic Federation, not as remnants of a past war, but as the unified representation of Earth's legacy." Talon felt a mixture of pride and guilt. The human's ability to confront such unsettling truths and still find resolve was astounding. It was evident that Earth, no longer a mere observation, was ready to assert its place in the cosmos. In revealing their past, Talon had ignited a spark that promised to blaze brightly, heralding humanity's spirit and its unwavering determination to shape its destiny. Forgotten by Design, Part 5. The rhythmic hum of the Genesis station faded into the background as Talon's communication device vibrated softly. He glanced at the incoming transmission identifier. It was a secured channel from the Galactic Federation's command center. "Admiral Lansing," he began, his avian features revealing a hint of unease, "I must return to my vessel to attend to this transmission. I assure you, it's of the utmost importance." Lansing, eyes sharp, regarded him for a moment. "Very well, Commander Talon. Lieutenant Kara will escort you." He gestured to a stern-looking officer. "But the entryway remains open. We must ensure transparency." Talon nodded, understanding the gravity of trust being placed in him. As he followed Lieutenant Kara towards the docking bay, the looming silhouette of his sleek spacecraft came into view. Kara's eyes widened. clearly taken aback by its advanced design and shimmering exterior. "That's an impressive ship," she murmured, a hint of awe evident in her voice. Acknowledging the compliment with a nod, Talon stepped into his spacecraft, leaving the door ajar as stipulated. Settling into the captain's chair, he activated the comlink. Commander Xyrex's holographic image blinked to life. His scales glistened under the artificial lighting, and his reptilian eyes conveyed a mix of concern and annoyance. "Talon, what in the 7 stars have you done? This was a covert observation mission. You've gone and gotten yourself detained." Talon sighed, gripping the armrests of his chair. "Have you seen my report, Commander? The humans have evolved remarkably. Their development, their society, their innovations, they're unlike anything we predicted." Xyrex hissed, "Our objectives never change hastily. You've overstepped, and now we're facing potential fallout. Tell me you didn't reveal everything." Talon hesitated for a split second. "I might have shared certain details about their creation and our role." Xyrex's scales flushed a darker hue, his irritation evident. "By the cosmos, Talon! What possessed you? Now I have to explain this debacle to the Council." "Listen, Commander," Talon interjected, a sense of urgency in his tone. "Given the humans' technological advancements, they are on the cusp of interstellar travel. It's inevitable they'll cross paths with other civilizations. It's better if we control the narrative and guide them." Xyrex paused, contemplating Talon's words. "So, you're suggesting we shift from observers to mentors?" Talon nodded. "Exactly. Instead of treating this as a crisis, we could pivot to a diplomatic mission. Send an envoy, maybe back it up with a couple of battleships as a show of strength, and we negotiate." The reptilian commander seemed to consider this, his cold gaze fixed on Talon. "You believe this can be salvaged diplomatically?" "Yes," Talon asserted. "They may have initially been a product of our creation, but they've grown, evolved. They have a society, a culture. They deserve a say in their future among the stars." After what seemed like an eternity, Xyrex responded, "Very well. You've always approached challenges uniquely, Talon. I'll talk to the Council. Sit tight, and let's hope your faith in these humans is not misplaced." As the transmission ended, Talon leaned back, exhaling deeply. He'd secured a chance, however slim, for humanity to play an active role in their cosmic journey. Outside the spacecraft, Lieutenant Kara had been observing, her keen senses picking up on the tension of the conversation, even if the words were lost to her. As Talon emerged, she inquired, "Everything okay?" Talon managed a weary smile. "It's a start, Lieutenant. A complicated, delicate start." Together, they made their way back to Lansing, the weight of the galaxy on their shoulders but hope in their hearts. Forgotten by Design, Part 6, The Human Situation. Light years away in the bustling star system of Sagittarius A, near the center of the Milky Way, the human situation had rapidly ascended to become the top priority for the Galactic Council. The cavernous council chamber pulsed with an undercurrent of tension. Members of the Galactic Federation's council, representing diverse species from various star systems, filled the auditorium, their collective attention on the grand holographic display in the center. Earth, in its blue and green splendor, was the focal point. Commander Xyrex, tall and composed, was at the center of this gathering. By his side, the holographic interface showed the initial pages of Talon's recent and abruptly halted report. "The matter at hand," Xyrex began, commanding silence, "concerns the humans of Earth." All eyes were on him. While most of the council was familiar with humanity's existence, not everyone was privy to their intricate details or the reasons for this sudden assembly. However, some who had access to previous reports followed humanity's progress with keen interest. "The recent detainment of Commander Talon on Earth has precipitated this gathering," Xyrex continued, the screen showcasing the footage of Talon's ship approaching Earth and subsequent events. A council member, representing the granite-skinned inhabitants of Gorgona Prime, rumbled, "They're in their infancy, with power they scarcely understand." Another, from the crystalline species of Zert Prime, refracted light in agreement. "Once tools of warfare, and now this? To reintroduce them to the cosmos is fraught with peril." Xyrex took a moment, then activated the interface to display snippets from Talon's unfinished report. Clips varied from humans engaged in conflict to moments of compassion, innovation, and profound scientific breakthroughs. These beings, Zyrex intoned, born of our intent but evolved beyond our design. They demonstrate aggression, yes, but also empathy, intelligence, and an insatiable curiosity. Attributes they honed themselves. The chamber grew quiet. An elder council member, a figure of immense age and wisdom and part of one of the longest living species in the Federation, slowly rose. "I remember when the seeds of their creation were sown," he began, his voice echoing memories of bygone eras. "But the fabric of their society, their culture and dreams, it's a testament to nature's unpredictability. But can we trust them?" Another council member challenged, the distrust evident. "They've detained one of our own. What prevents them from taking a more aggressive stance?" Zyrex, choosing his words meticulously, replied, "Their potential is clear. Their advancements indicate they are on the brink of interstellar travel. We can either welcome them as potential allies or brace for uncertainty." Discussions filled the room, a cacophony of differing opinions and perspectives. Every species, every representative grappled with the magnitude of the decision before them. The head of the council, a radiant being of pure energy, signaled for silence. "Our path is not clear-cut. We shall convene a vote on humanity's fate." Zyrex cast a final look at the incomplete report. The fate of a species shaped by the Federation and now standing on the precipice of the cosmos lay in the balance. As the chamber readied itself for the momentous vote, one thing was certain. The decision would shape the trajectory of galactic events for eons to come. Forgotten by Design, Part 7. Decision Time. Light years away in the bustling star system of Sagittarius A, close to the galactic center of the Milky Way, the human situation had reached its climax. The cavernous council chamber of the Galactic Federation throbbed with expectation. Emissaries from countless star systems waited with bated breath, their collective attention on the grand holographic display in the center. Earth, in its blue and green splendor, shimmered as the focal point. High above the council, Commander Zyrex stood at a communicator console, deep in a secured conversation with Talon, who was currently aboard his vessel near the Earth's orbital space station. "How are things proceeding on your end?" Zyrex inquired. "Better than expected," Talon replied. "The humans have been gracious hosts. They are curious, intelligent, and the range of their emotions astounds me every day. There's a sense of hope in the air, a hope that the Federation will see their worth." Zyrex nodded. "The Council is about to cast its vote. This decision could alter the course of their history, and ours." On the central podium, the presiding officer, a tall, ethereal being with shimmering skin, rose. "Members of the Council, the hour of decision is upon us. We must weigh the potential of the humans against the potential risks they pose. Their creation was our doing, our responsibility. Now, we must decide their fate." As the last echoes of the presiding officer's voice faded, a representative from the desert world of Sirian stood up, her sand-colored robes flowing gracefully around her. "I ask the Council to remember that the humans have made considerable leaps in a short span. Yes, their origin as warriors for our cause is known, but they've evolved, found love, culture, and aspirations. Do we not owe it to them to see their full potential?" A counter-argument came swiftly from a tall, tree-like representative from Verdant Prime. "Yet, that rapid evolution, their insatiable curiosity, it's a double-edged sword. Today they seek knowledge. Tomorrow they might seek dominance. If we created them, is it not our prerogative to end the experiment if it's deemed dangerous?" The chamber was filled with murmurs, nods, and whispers as more beings voiced their opinions. Each perspective carried weight, each argument filled with millennia of experiences from their home worlds. While the debate raged, Zyrex transmitted a secure message to Talon. "Prepare for any outcome, Commander. This is closer than I anticipated." Talon's response was filled with resolve. "Understood. The humans know the gravity of the situation. They're ready." As the deliberations neared an end, the presiding officer called for silence. "It is time. Cast your votes." In the deep silence, holographic beams of light shot up from the council members' stations, their colors indicating their choices. As each light beam reached the ceiling, a counter displayed the tally. The entire chamber held its breath, waiting. The final vote was cast and the result displayed. The decision to send an envoy to Earth to assess humanity's readiness for the Federation had passed, but by a razor-thin margin, just one vote. A mixture of relief and trepidation filled the chamber. The Syrian representative whispered to her aide, "This isn't an outright victory, but it's a start." Zyrex immediately connected with Talon. "Commander, the humans will have their chance. I'll inform Admiral Lansing. This is a new dawn for humanity," Talon responded. Little did they know that the challenges and opportunities awaiting both the Federation and humanity would be unlike any they had encountered before. Forgotten by Design, Part 8. The Federation is coming. At Genesis Station, orbiting Earth, a meeting of immense significance was unfolding. Talon, with his avian features and poised stance, stood facing the vast expanse of stars, the blue-green jewel of Earth shimmering below. The news of the Galactic Federation's impending envoy had been relayed. This was a moment that would be etched in history. Admiral Lansing approached, his face reflecting a mix of elation and trepidation. "Commander Talon, humanity has been waiting for a day like this, even if we didn't know it. The very skies are changing." Talon turned, nodding. "Indeed, Admiral. The Federation's representatives will be here in 3 Earth weeks." Lansing smiled, his eyes reflecting the enormity of the situation. "A reason to celebrate, wouldn't you say?" "But first," Talon responded, "there is much to prepare, and Earth's inhabitants must be informed." "I've already contacted the United Nations Secretary General," Lansing mentioned, tapping his communicator. "She's on her way and wishes to speak with you directly. We're considering a global introduction to you and the incoming envoy from the station." Talon's eyebrows raised in surprise. "A live broadcast to your entire population? That's a bold move, Admiral." "Bold times call for bold measures," Lansing shrugged, just as the airlock hissed open to admit the UN Secretary General and several global dignitaries. The grand reception hall of Genesis Station had been prepared for this very moment. Talon greeted them with the customary human handshake. The Secretary General, a steely-eyed, middle-aged woman, was the first to engage. "Commander Talon, it's an honor, but before we address the world, I need to know our story from your perspective, particularly about Dr. Lyrian and the true origin of humans." Talon hesitated for a moment, gauging the room, then began, "Before the Federation's war with the Kriller, humans did not exist in the form you recognize today. A distinguished scientist within the Federation, Dr. Lyrian, became fascinated by a primate species from one of our planets. He saw potential in them that went beyond their natural evolution." Every ear in the room hung on Talon's words, the weight of humanity's untold history pressing down. Using cutting-edge genetic manipulation, Dr. Lyrian transformed these primates. He elongated their limbs, expanded their brain capacity, and instilled within them a unique blend of traits: aggression, empathy, intelligence, and an unyielding curiosity. In essence, he crafted beings that were both thinkers and warriors, a sentient weapon designed for the Federation to wield against the Kriller. After Talon's revelation about humanity's engineered origins, the Secretary General posed a question that seemed to hang in the air. "And the Kriller, Commander? What became of them?" Talon's expression hardened briefly, his gaze momentarily distant. "Humans were exceptional. When given objectives, whether in the vast reaches of space aboard our ships or on ground battles,